guys, this is Coach Scott. Let's do some of these problems and some examples when we're trying to find moles and particles, so on and so forth, and work our little triangle thing out. So if you look at day one mole calculations, and it doesn't matter what the substance is, I'm looking right here. So on number 6, it says how many moles of boron are in 3.79 times 10 to the 24th atoms of boron. So let's see, there's my sample size, right? 3.79 times 10 to the 24th atoms. Well, we got our sample, so we need to find moles. So if we find moles, what do? Well, if you remember, we divide. So let's take it and divide by what? Avogadro's number. And I think this is going to be greater than 1. I've got my calculator. Let's see what I can do here. All right, so I'm going to go 3.79 10 to the x 24 divided by, so these things you got to be careful. Divided by 6.02 to the x 23, and let's see what I got. So I've got 6.30 moles. 6.30 moles. I want to use 2 significant figures because both of those were significant figures. So what if I'm given, let's do another one of these type. How many iron atoms? This is number 1. How many iron atoms are in 3 moles of iron? All right, so to find this, we divide. To find particles, so we have 3 moles. I'm going to put Fe here just so we know it. So what do? Well, we're going to multiply by Avogadro's number. 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Hopefully I can see that. So 3, let me do my little math here. 6.02, 23rd times 3. So I got 1.81 times 10 to the 20th. That sort of makes sense. Let's see, 1.81 times 10 to the 24th atoms. This particular times is atoms. Cool. All right, so there's that. If you look on day 2, let's look at these. So what is the molar mass of sucrose? That's a good one. So sucrose is C12, and I'm looking at number 5. C12H22O11. I need to before I can do any molar calculations, I have to figure out what the molar mass is. So let's see. Carbon, I have 12, and the mass of carbon is 12.01 from my periodic table. All right. So hydrogen, I've got 22 of those, and that's going to be what? Times 1.01, good enough for government work. Oxygen. All right, I have 11 of those, and I'm going to multiply that times the molar mass of oxygen, which is 15.99. So I'm going to do this on my calculator really quickly. 12 times 12.01 plus 22 times 1.01 plus 11 times 15.99. So I got 342 grams per mole. Let me write that down. We use red. So all this is equal to 342.23, that's a point, grams per mole. That's the molar mass. So let's try this. How many grams are in 0.16 moles of sucrose. Moles. All right, so to find grams, and I have moles, then I'm going to multiply by that, times 342.23. And this will give me my mass. Calculator again. All right, times 0.16. And I got, all right, so that's 54.7. I got two sig figs there, so 54.76 grams. Not grams per mole that time. That is the mass of the sample we need for whatever reason for the 0.16 moles. Now, to find moles, if I have 54.76 grams, then I'm going to divide it by the molar mass of sucrose. All right, so I really like to do volume because it's so easy. So this is volume. All right, so if I have 13 moles of acetylene at standard temperature and pressure, so I can assume that we're at 1 mole, right? So it says that I have 13 moles of acetylene. It doesn't matter what the gas is, right? It's an ideal gas. We're going to assume that. And it's, so then I'm going to, if I need to find the number of liters, then I'm going to multiply that times the molar volume, which is 22.4 moles per liter. So 13 times 22.4, I can't do that. I could, but I don't want to. Times 22.4, be more hassle. I don't want to do that, so we're not. All right, so I got it. Yeah. All right, so that means my sample there is 291.2 liters. 291.2 liters. All right, so what if I have this? And I'm just going to pull one out from my head here. What if I have 89.86 liters of nitrogen gas, of N2 gas? How many moles is that? Okay, that's simple. I'm going to divide 89.686 by 22.4. And that'll give me the number of moles. And I've got 4.01 moles of gas, of nitrogen gas. Okay. So again, it's pretty simple. If I want to find moles, then all I'm going to do is divide by whatever I'm looking for. If I want to find the particles and I'm given moles, then I'll just multiply by whatever one of these I'm using. If I want particles, then I'm going to multiply by, well, Avogadro's number, right? If I want mass, right, and I'm given moles, then I'm going to multiply by the molar mass. If I'm giving a sample mass, then I'm going to divide by the molar mass. If I'm given moles and I need to find volume, then I'm going to multiply, and it's at standard temperature pressure, multiply it by the molar volume, my fault. And of course, divide, if I'm given liters, divide by the molar volume to get the number of moles. All right, guys, that's essentially what we need to do. If I need to, I'll do some more of these homework problems, probably will, and make a video on those. But other than that, this is Coach Scott saying, Hullabaloo, Knick, Knick.